What's going on, everybody? Welcome to our Shop 6 Times YouTube horror movie channel. As you know, I'm your host, creator, proprietor, Marcus. We are going to have a fun stream today. You guys have known this for the last couple of days now. This is going to be the State of the Franchise Saw edition. I'm super excited to talk about Saw and where the franchise is going to be heading. Obviously, we had the big news to come out last week that the rights to the Saw franchise has exchanged hands from Twisted Pictures to Blumhouse, putting it in the direct hands of the original creator of the Saw franchise, James Wan. This is going to be a lot of fun. We got a lot to talk about. I'm excited for everybody who's here. So far, we got 9 people in the chat, and I'm sure that, number will grow here as the stream goes along. But I hope everybody's having a great evening. I hope everybody's ready to get into it. This is definitely going to be a fun time. And I also will let you guys know we do have a super chat goal in the house tonight. If we get 10 super chats, could be anything, could be $1, $2, you guys know the drill. If we get 10 super chats, not only will I extend the stream to 8 o'clock tonight, 8 o'clock my time, which means you guys will get about an extra 40 minutes of the live stream, but I will also do another voting poll for a Saw live watch party this upcoming Saturday of your choosing, just like we did last week. So if you guys are interested in doing that, you guys want to meet the goal, definitely send in your super chats. If not, it's okay. You guys know the drill. I'm not really sweating it and all that stuff, but I will also let you know if you do have a question that you want to ask me that I may not be able to get to, because you guys know how these chats go, send in your super chat and I will make sure that I will see your chat and put it here on the stream. So guys, I'm super excited. I was supposed to have Oliver come on with me. Unfortunately, I did see his message in chat, and I also got his message on Instagram. He will not be joining us tonight. He is actually out with his father, which is okay. Definitely going to have Oliver here on the stream, on the channel at some point. But one way or another, guys, I'm super excited to be here today with you guys. I'm super excited to talk some Saw. You guys know I have a love for this franchise like no other. It is definitely up there for me. So I'm excited to get into it here with you all. And of course, I'm going to get to you guys in the comment section, see who's all here, get to some of your questions, and let's rock. Let's party. And don't be surprised if you do hear the dogs going off a little bit. My dog Don is kind of going through his man phase right now. You know what I mean? And stuff. So he's going through it. You know what I mean? But it's okay. We're going to get through the stream, like we always do. Yo, what's up, King Matthew? See you here in the chat. I will get to your questions or your comments here in a second, King Matthew. Just want to get to everybody and say what's up. What's up, Paula? Glad to see you here. Mitch Elvis. Hey, what's going on? I'm pretty sure you're new here to the channel. If so, let me know. And if you are, welcome to the community. I greatly appreciate you for hitting that subscribe button. This is going to be a fun time. Saying good evening, people. I hope Saw 11 happens in 2026. Hey, I'm right there with you, buddy. Right there with you. I definitely do think it's going to happen. I really do. Hey, what's going on? Macan Video T saying hi from Finland. I think you are also a new subscriber. That's awesome. We're getting some new people here to the community. So guys, welcome. Thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button. And especially from Finland. That's across the pond, so I greatly appreciate it. Glad to have you here. What's going on, Horror Queen? One of my channel members and one of my loyal subscribers. Glad to see you here. And I will say, Horror Queen, I did look up on Trick or Treat Studios for the Chucky doll. They don't have it, but I did, Google search to see if any other spots had it, and I did find a couple. So I'm definitely going to be looking to invest in one of those for my niece for sure. Paul is saying nice to see you. Yeah, Oliver, if you're still here, buddy, I seen your Instagram message. It's all good, man. Tell your father I said hello, and we're definitely going to catch up here real soon, buddy. Definitely going to have you here on the panel for one of these Saw conversations or any other conversations that you would like to be a part of and stuff, that we have here on the channel, these discussions and stuff like that. Whenever the timing can, link up right. Oliver, another one of my loyal subscribers and channel members. And also, guys, I will let you guys know tonight here on the channel, Horror Hooligans episode 2. This is the link right here. You guys know this is me and Destin's new podcast. Tonight, it's going to be on my channel, 9 o'clock Eastern time. So basically, if we hit the super chat goal, you guys get me here on this stream till 8 o'clock, and then you guys will see me directly an hour after for the Horror Hooligans podcast episode 2. We will be talking about 6 ways slasher films have evolved since its mainstream popularity rise. So that's definitely going to be a fun time for sure. Super excited to see you all here tonight. Well, this evening, I should say. We got 15 people in the chat. Guys, if you haven't done so already, shoot the like button. It definitely helps. But also, since we got 15 people here now, hit that link for the Horror Hooligans episode 2 podcast and shoot the like button on that stream as well. It definitely helps us. It helps us get, notice. It helps, new viewers come into the community, so on and so forth. So definitely shoot the like button on the Horror Hooligans episode 2 podcast stream. Chris Sims saying, "What's up, Marcus? Getting a Ghostface tattoo on Friday, bro. I'm psyched." Yo, that's awesome, man. Shoot me a message on Instagram and let me know what it looks like if you have an Instagram, Chris. I would love to see what it looks like. Hey, what's up, Gina? I'm glad that you're able to make this stream. I know you were able to make last week's stream, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to keep up with the chat as well as I wanted to and stuff, and I missed some of your comments and stuff, but I'm glad you're here today. Welcome, as always. Always glad to see you, and I hope you and Ziggy are having a great day. Yes. Thank you for that, Gina. Saying, don't forget to send the like button some love, people. Yes, absolutely. It's greatly appreciated. Joseph, the horror guy, saying, hello. What's going on, Joseph? I've been saying this over the course of the last couple of weeks because I was out from doing content for a while. And over the last month, I've been really pushing a lot of content and stuff like that. So, if you're new here to the channel, let me know in the chat box, and I will say thank you for shooting that subscribe button. It's greatly appreciated, and welcome to the community. Or if you already was a subscriber here and I just haven't seen you for a while, welcome back. It's always good to see you. And I have a $2 super chat in the house from My Chunky Jordy saying, I will be asleep soon, but helping out. I greatly appreciate you, Gina. It means so much. It stinks that you got to be to sleep here in a little bit, but hey, the fact that you stopped in, showed some love, get to hang out for a couple minutes, it's greatly appreciated. And it's always good to see you. Even if it's just for 1 minute, 10 minutes, an hour, it's just always great to see you here popping up in these chats. It's awesome. Thank you again for your super chat, Gina. It's greatly appreciated. Joseph the horror guy saying, with my chunky, nice. Yes, saying I'm a big Saw fan, mate. Yup, I am as well. Love this franchise, and I'm excited to get into it here with you all. Dom, what's up, Dom? Hope you're having a great night tonight, buddy. We definitely did have a fun time with that Godzilla watch party last night. The all monsters attack. You guys, you know how I feel about Mothra's character, bro. That was definitely a fun watch last night. Hell yeah. Glad to see you as always, buddy. Troll, what's going on, bro? Glad to see you here as well. Troll as well was with us in the comment section for that live watch party last night on Dom's channel. Was definitely a lot of fun. Saying, what's up, everyone? Happy hump day. That's right. Happy hump day, Troll. For sure. And another $2 super chat coming in from My Chunky Jordy. Thank you again, Gina. I greatly appreciate you. Saying, snuggles to pup from Ziggy. Hey, he sends the snuggles back. He needs all of it that he can get. He is going through his man phase right now. And I'm sure you know what I mean, Gina. So he's been quite difficult this week, but he's doing good. And I will make sure that I give him some snuggles from Ziggy for you. Yes. Joseph the horror guy saying, have you met I Like Scary yet? I will meet him and Terry. I've talked to Brandon and Terry. You know, I've been on Brandon's panel a couple times in the past, and I am hoping to reach out to him soon to see if we can either I go on his channel or he comes on my channel and stuff. I definitely do miss doing content with Brandon and I Like Scary and Terry and them. So yeah, I do know who you are talking about, and I'm really hoping to do some content, some collaboration here with them soon. Gina asking, have you not seen the Monster Squad? Of course, Wolfman's Got Nards. No, I have not. It's so funny. We were talking about this the other night. I think me and Destin was and stuff, if I'm not mistaken. But I never knew where that line came from. I know, you know, Bobby's YouTube channel, Wolfman Got Nards, and I always wondered what the hell is that line from? And then Destin schooled me because the Monster Squad was actually one of the horror films that we talked about the other night that shaped him. So I have not seen it yet, but me and Destin are in talks about doing a live watch party for that, Gina. Yeah, I said it the other night. It's always baffled me, like always made me wonder where that line was from. Wolfman's Got Nards. It's so good. Horror Queen saying, that's awesome, Chris. I want more tattoos. Yeah, I need to get me some more tattoos as well. I want to get me a Halloween themed tattoo with Dr. Loomis and Michael on it and stuff. I have some ideas. Mitch Elvis saying Saw 11 sequel to Saw X and Saw 12 sequel to Saw 7. Yeah, I agree with that. We're going to touch on that here in a second. I'm just catching up with everybody, you know, in the comment section, making sure that I get to everybody. Hey, what's going on? The Jigsaw Blogs saying, hey, Chris, it's been a while. Hope you're doing well. Looking forward to your thoughts on the Saw news. Thank you for being here, the Jigsaw Blogs. I greatly appreciate it. I don't know if you're a new subscriber as well. I don't think I've seen you here in the community before, but if you are, welcome. It's greatly appreciated. And by the way, I love your profile pic. That is really cool. Sick, man. Sick. Love it. Okay, so let me catch up some more everybody in chat. Okay. McCon saying Saw is my favorite horror franchise. Well, that's not a bad pick. Saw is definitely a great franchise. I think every single movie is enjoyable in its own way. I've said it before. I think the least one I like out of all of them is Saw 3, but that doesn't mean it's a bad film. You know, it's just out of all the other ones, Saw 3 is like my least favorite, but it's still a good movie. Okay, so Joseph the horror guy saying, did you like Night Swim? Give your thoughts on it. I thought it was okay. I do want to revisit it because my first time watching, I don't know. I just didn't really care for it too much, but I do want to revisit it just to get a second opinion on it. And asking, do you think we get Saw 11? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And I'm going to actually pull up some overlays here in a second. I will get to some of you guys' questions and comments in regards to Saw because, yeah, before that news even came out, I was given some interesting news that was basically going to lead into that news coming out, or at least I thought it was going to lead into that news or something else coming out. But I do want to go back here to the top of the chat because King Matthew did have a comment from earlier saying, in my opinion, Saw 11 could be a sequel to Saw the Final Chapter, focusing on Dr. Gordon as the newer Jigsaw with Logan, with Tobinbell returning through voice messages that maybe John leaves. Man, I'm not against Logan returning for, you know, to basically, I guess, basically be an adversary, I would say, maybe to Dr. Gordon, or maybe even be working with him. I just feel like Logan better fits in the Spiral universe, and I'll explain why later. You know what I mean? But hey, I don't blame you, you know, for thinking, you know, for having this opinion. Logan is definitely a character that, in my opinion, should be brought back at some point into the Saw franchise because of how they introduced him in Jigsaw. So I will say for me, it definitely has to be Dr. Gordon and Detective Hoffman's story. Now, in regards to Saw 11, I'll be honest, man, I want that story from Saw X to get finished, because of how that movie ended and stuff. But hey, we don't know if that's what they're going to do. It's an open book right now. So Saw 11 could definitely be a sequel to Saw the Final Chapter for sure. King Matthew said, I could also see Hoffman maybe being featured in a game of his own, since I don't think he was featured in a Jigsaw game since Saw 4, even though he was technically spectating the ice block trap. Yeah, so Hoffman has never really had to play through a game. You know what I mean? And stuff. He, like you said, he was spectating in part 4. And then when he was tested, he wasn't tested in the nature that we've seen the other test subjects tested. So that is something in regards to Saw 11 or Saw 12, in my preference anyway, that if we do get that story between him and Dr. Gordon, that's what I want to see. I want to see Hoffman actually have to go through a game, a live game himself, and try to survive. I like it though, King Matthew. We're kind of on the same road. Just a little bit, different, same road to a degree, but somewhat different streets, I guess. All right, so I'm going to catch up here with you guys. Dom saying, I was thinking of making a Saw fan video game. Hey, go for it, man. I mean, I know they had a Saw video game years ago that basically had Detective Tapp, Danny Glover's character, as like the main characters of those video games. I never got to play them. You know what I mean? I don't know if any of you guys did. If you guys did, let me know how that game was. But that is something that I always found interesting in regards to the Saw video games, is that they had Detective Tapp's character being the main focus. The Jigsaw blog saying, thanks, we're a Saw fan films YouTube series. Ooh, hell yeah. I'm definitely going to check you guys out. That's awesome. I love fan films, and that's something here on the channel that I'm going to be covering more as, I'm getting back into YouTubing and stuff like that. But saying we've got over 20 episodes so far and brought back some Saw characters and actors too. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely going to check that out. You got me intrigued. That's awesome. Might have to do one of those live watch parties of the episodes here on the channel. King Matthew saying, I just watched a horror film called The Bye-Bye Man a few hours ago. It was a pretty fun film. I think I've seen that before, but I can't remember 100% if I did. It sounds familiar. Joseph DeHar guy saying, I will enjoy this channel, buddy. Glad to meet you on here. Yeah, absolutely. Glad to meet you too, Joseph. Thank you for subscribing. I greatly appreciate it. Paradox Camera, I think you are also a new subscriber. If so, welcome. Thank you for joining the community. Greatly appreciate it. Saying we need Hoffman back. I agree. I mean, obviously we got him in that post-credit scene in Saw X, but I definitely want a full movie between Hoffman and Dr. Gordon, because as we know in Saw the Final Chapter, Hoffman was just left for dead in that bathroom. He wasn't dead. So I'm right there with you. Outside of Jigsaw John Kramer, Hoffman is my favorite character alongside Adam Stanheight throughout the entire franchise. Yeah, right, a troll saying that Hoffman reveal in Saw 4 was crazy, changed the whole franchise and made him the centerpiece. Yes, that's what's beautiful in my opinion about the Saw franchises. After their main villain was killed off, they found a way to keep the story going through another villain that was working with him. So I definitely agree with that. And Costasmandylor absolutely was fucking great as Mark Hoffman. Like, he sold the shit out of that character. That's why he is my favorite outside of Adam Stanheight. Jigsaw John Kramer is my favorite character. Joseph the Hard Guy says, yeah, absolutely. He's definitely the number one. You know what I mean? How can you not love Jigsaw John Kramer? How can you not love Tobinbell's performance as him, especially in Saw X? Like, man, he was miraculous in that movie. Like, so good. A troll saying that would be fire, Dom. Yeah, it definitely would be. Twisted Pictures presents. I also think you are a new subscriber here to the channel. And if so, thank you for joining the community. I love it. I love it when we do these live streams and we get some new people to join the community. That's awesome. Saying, how do you think Hoffman will escape the bathroom? Man, I don't know. You know what I mean? I want to see him go through an entire game in the bathroom. And then maybe, just maybe, this is where Logan comes in. It's very, very possible. Like I said a few moments ago, I do think Logan would be better suited for what they basically are going to end up doing, in my opinion, if they do pick up on more Spiral movies. I feel like he blends in more with that killer from that movie as an accomplice. But hey, maybe Logan decides to help out good old boy Hoffman. Never know. But then again, I can't see that, though, now that I think about it, because Logan doesn't like dirty cops. And Hoffman, in his own right, was a dirty cop. So, yeah, I don't know. That's a great question. I will say this. We've seen Hoffman escape the reverse bear trap. So if he can do that, I think he can do just about anything in regards to trying to find a way to escape out that bathroom. We'll have to see. Hopefully we get a movie, touching on that and showcasing that. Okay, catching up with the rest of these chats, and then we are going to get into the topic of discussion, because I have a few overlays that I want to discuss and stuff like that in regards to what they could be doing for the next Saw movie. Gina's saying, I stopped watching Saw, not my cup of tea. Hey, that's okay. That's understandable. Saw is not for everybody. It's not. Especially because, the torture, the gore. A lot of people aren't a big fan of, a lot of blood. So I understand that. A troll saying people definitely would play it. They still playing the old one. Oh, that's interesting. Talking about the video game for Saw that Dom pitched. Yeah, most likely, man. I mean, that's the thing. A lot of horror movie related games are becoming more and more popular. So if there was a new Saw game made, I can definitely see people playing it for sure. Especially if they're still playing the old one. The Jigsaw blog saying, I'm in agreement with you. I feel before they reboot the franchise, you need to wrap up the series plot threads. Saw 11 will be a sequel to Saw X. Then Spiral 2, wrap that series up. Then Saw 12, the final one. See, I'm more the majority that, okay, we do the Saw 11 wrap up, to finish Saw X's story. Then we do Saw 12 with John Kramer with Hoffman, Dr. Gordon, possibly Adam Stanheight. I will explain that here in a second. But I think they should save the Spiral stuff to after Saw 12 is done, so that basically we can pick up in more modern times. Because if we do Saw 12 with Hoffman and Gordon, we're obviously going to be kind of going backwards in timeline, in my opinion. But hey, either way, as long as we get all of these stories tied up and finished, I'm okay with it. All right, guys. So I am gonna answer this question from Joseph real quick, and then I'm gonna pull up some of these overlays and share my thoughts. So Joseph the Horror Guy saying, what is your favorite Saw movie? Mine is Saw X. Mine is the original. My top 3 is Saw 1, Saw 2, and then Saw X. I still have a great love for the first 2 because of the endings of those movies and just the overall structure of them. But Saw X is definitely right up there with them. Gina saying, weirdo, I still like Hostel 1 and 2. Hey, you know what I mean? That's different in its own right. Definitely has a lot of gore and stuff like that. But at the same time, I feel like Hostel, they do a good job with pacing, till they get to the great parts of killing, in my opinion. You know what I mean? So it's not like Saw to where, especially after, I want to say maybe after the second or third one, they started like picking up on the gore earlier in the movie than what they did in the original. Because you got to remember, in the original, it didn't really have that much gore. Didn't have that much gore at all. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Hostel's definitely another good franchise. And I think they're getting, a TV show for that? That'll be interesting. But okay, I'm going to pull up some of these overlays. I do want to give a shout out to my good friend and loyal supporter here of the channel, Talking Star Wars, aka Shannon. She was the first one who provided me with this post over on X from Josh Stolberg, who, as we know, is a producer for the Saw franchise. And this came from the Jigsaw Files X account, sharing this post, saying, what could Josh be hinting at here? It clearly seems Saw related, and we know that Sorority Row 2 is happening, but what could it be? So obviously in this post, you see a murder board, and then it's captioned by Josh that said Tuesday, June 10th, 2025, which was yesterday. So all day yesterday, I was sitting there like, okay, well, maybe are we going to get some more news since we already got the news that Blumhouse bought the rights or whatnot? And what I took away from, what this post means is that Josh and Darren Lynn Bousman, as you guys know, Darren Lynn Bousman directed Saw 2 and Spiral. I don't know if he did Saw 3. He might have. But one way or another, Darren Lynn Bousman and Josh Stolberg have been stalwarts of the Saw franchise since its existence. So though there was nothing concrete on either of their, because they also started another joint X account with each other, right? That's what they did or whatever. Basically, like doing giveaways for Saw fans and also pitching, like, I guess, a new movie idea. So I'd sent them a comment. I sent them a message on this post, and I said, hey, does this mean you guys are going to be behind the new Saw film? And I didn't get a response, which is okay, and stuff like that. But I do think it's safe to assume that in some shape, way, or form, Josh Stolberg and Darren Lynn Bousman might have something to do, might have some involvement with the new Saw film that is going to end up coming out. So definitely interesting there. Definitely something that I think we should all keep our eyes open for. You know what I mean? As we get more news coming out of the Saw franchise. Hey, I like Darren Lynn Bousman. I think he's a good director. I thought Saw 2 was really, really, really good. However, I still think that Kevin Gruder should be the one to do Saw 11 and should be the one to finish his story from Saw X. So here's another post that Shannon sent me, a thread of messages that somebody had reached out to Kevin. Well, basically did a post about Kevin, and Kevin responded to it. So the post says, Kevin Gruder constantly getting screwed, edited most of the films and directed 2 of the best Saw movies, only to be forced to lose a Paranormal Activity movie, and had to do Saw 3D, the final chapter, and then lost Saw 11 because of the producers infighting. So then it goes on to read, Kevin Gruder actually responded or whatnot, saying, I will do what I can to stay involved. So then this other person responded back to, this person responded back to Kevin and, was like telling him he's the coolest, and stuff, that he really hopes that he's able to stay on as the face of the franchise, so on and so forth. And Kevin goes on to say that it's all news to me. I don't know the details. Haven't heard from Twisted Pictures in over 6 months. So what that tells me is that obviously Kevin Gruder was not in the know about what was going to be going on with the Saw franchise and the movie rights. As we are all well aware, Saw 11, that was going to be directed by Kevin Gruder again, was quietly pushed back, was pushed back a year to this year, and then was quietly canceled earlier this year. And he's basically saying that he had no idea that the rights were going to end up getting sold. He didn't know Twisted Pictures had this up their sleeve, and that he's going to do whatever it takes to stay involved. And me personally, I'm in agreement with the person who wrote this post. I think Kevin Gruder has, outside of James Wan, I think Kevin Gruder is the best director for a Saw movie. That's just my opinion. I love Saw 6. I like Saw 7 a lot. And I love Saw X. And I want him to be able to finish the story that he built up in Saw X with Cecilia Peterson and John Kramer's rivalry, I should say. Good Lord. But I want him to be able to finish his movie. I want him to be able to finish his story. And then maybe, just maybe, we lead into Saw 12 with James Wan getting back behind the director's chair with Leighwhannel writing Saw 12. That's what I want. And for you guys who have been a follower of me since I started this channel, when I do Saw content and stuff like that, you guys know this. I do not believe that Adam Stanheidt is dead. I don't. You know, for a myriad of reasons. The first reason is John Kramer always gave people a second chance. I cannot see John really letting Adam die in that bathroom like that. I just can't. And then this is my biggest issue. I don't want to say issue, but this is my biggest piece of evidence in regards to Adam Stanheidt being alive. Who is the one taking the photos of the test subjects after Saw 2? Who's the one doing that? Especially in Saw 4. When you go into Riggs' apartment and you see all those photos of all the test subjects and all that stuff, when you look at those photos are exactly the same style of photos that Adam Stanheidt used to make in the first one. So who is the one behind those pictures? We never got that question answered. So for me, I want Saw 11 to be Kevin Gruder finishing his story for Saw X. And then in Saw 12, we get the OGs back. We get James Wan behind the director's chair, and we get Leighwhannel putting pen to paper as the writer, to where we follow this story between Gordon and Hoffman. But then in the end, it gets revealed that Adam Stanheidt is alive indeed, and he's working with Gordon. And it all comes full circle. The original two that started this franchise in the bathroom are now the ones who could lead Jigsaw's legacy going forward. Or at least, at the very least, end the original Jigsaw legacy by killing off Hoffman, and then them two ride off into the sunset together and decide this is it, this is the end, no more doing John Kramer's deeds, so on and so forth. The last Mohegan in regards to Hoffman from that original legacy is done. He's gone. He's finished. He lost his game. So now Gordon and Stanheidt decide to just ride off into the sunset. You know, no more games. But that's what I would want to see for Saw 12. I want Saw 12 to see, I want them to put Hoffman in a game with Gordon running it. And then at the end, we get that shock reveal that Adam Stanheidt is alive. I really hope it happens. I will say this. The fact that Blumhouse now has the rights to the Saw franchise, we all know this, that puts those rights directly back into the hands of James Wan himself, because he is, you know, his Atomic Monsters Productions merged with Blumhouse Productions back in 2023. So if there was ever a time for them to get James Wan on board to do another Saw movie, in my opinion, it would be for Saw 12, to tell the story of Gordon versus Hoffman. Let us get Saw 11 with Kevin Gruder directing, let him finish his story, and then we transition to Saw 12, where we pick up after the events of Saw the Final Chapter. That's what I want to see. Now, in regards to the Spiral series, I personally think that Logan's character from Jigsaw and Shank from Spiral, I think they're partners. And I'm explaining to you guys why. Think about Shank's motive in Spiral. What was his motive? He was trying to take out dirty cops. He was trying to take out the entire police department that was dirty, right? Outside of Zeke Banks. Well, in my opinion, he had to have a partner. He had to have a partner. He's not doing all that shit by himself. We know this. Jigsaw killers always have at least one partner to help them, right? We never got to explain how Shank knew Johnkramer. Remember what Shank said in his monologue. Johnkramer was right. Spiral, the symbol of change. Well, how the fuck did he know that? How? Did he have some type of communication with Johnkramer? Or is he working with somebody who had direct communication with Johnkramer, who is keeping the Jigsaw legacy alive through the cult? Remember, the cult of Jigsaw was pitched, was at least hinted at in Jigsaw, where Logan was the killer, by Eleanor Bonneville, the hot-ass redhead mortician, who is his partner. You know what I mean? She was the one who basically brought this whole idea of there being a Jigsaw cult to life. So in my opinion, if you want to do more Spiral movies, I feel like you should merge Jigsaw's killer in with Spiral's killer, because it makes perfect sense. Because also, Logan, as I mentioned a few moments ago, Logan, he was also against dirty cops. You know, that's why he ended up killing Halloran. You know, because Halloran was a dirty cop who basically allowed his wife's killer to roam free. So Shank and Logan have very, very similar motives to each other, which is basically to eliminate dirty cops and rechange the system. And, you know, basically reshape the police system. Basically, police reform is their motive. So in my opinion, I personally think Logan's character best fits in the Spiral universe of things, to where eventually, if we get more movies like that, you know, and we pick up with Shank's killer and stuff like that, then we get it revealed that Logan is helping him, because in my opinion, Shank don't know how to build those traps, but Logan does. We know that Logan does because we saw that in Jigsaw. You know what I mean? So that's my whole 3-movie pitch. Saw 11, we finished what was started in Saw X. Then we transition to Saw 12, where hopefully we get James Wan and leighwhannel back as director and writer. And we finish off that story from the end of Saw the Final Chapter. And then maybe for Spiral 2, you know, Saw 13, it is what it is. It's still Saw a movie. But for Spiral 2, then maybe even Spiral 3, we get it revealed that Logan and Shank are together and that they are running a Jigsaw cult. And maybe there's more killers, you know, maybe there's more test subjects that survived that are working with them. That's my 3-movie pitch. Saw 11, let Kevin Gruder direct and finish his story. Saw 12, we get James Wan and leighwhannel back behind the director's chair and the writer's booth. And then in Spiral 2, maybe Darren Lynn Bousman does that one, because Darren Lynn Bousman directed Spiral. So that's my 3-movie pitch for the next 3 Saw movies. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I'm about to catch up with you guys here. I know I'm probably a little bit behind, and I apologize for that and stuff. But I just wanted to basically give you guys my thoughts on what could be happening next for the Saw franchise and what I personally would like to see and how they should approach this. You know, it's interesting. I'm so excited. I really am. And we have another super chat in the house. Oliver Hartung, one of my loyal subscribers and channel members, popping in saying, Adam is alive, brother. Yes. Yes, Oliver. Absolutely. You know I am on the Adam is alive train, bro. You know that. I've been saying that here on this channel for years now. So I am definitely right there with you, bro. Adam is definitely alive. Nobody can ever explain to us, Oliver, who's taking the pictures after the events of Saw 1. Nobody can ever answer that question. So in my opinion, in Saw 12, we could very well get that question answered if James Wan and Leighwhannel return to do another Saw movie. It could be for Saw 11 too if Kevin Bruder isn't going to be allowed to finish what he started in Saw X, which would be a really big bummer, man. I personally think this. I think James Wan would allow Kevin Bruder to finish that because Kevin Bruder, he's been a part of the entire Saw legacy as well. He edited the first two films. So me personally, I cannot see James Wan telling Kevin, no, you can't finish what you started with Saw X. We're going in a different direction. I can full-heartedly see him saying, Kevin, finish your story. And then in Saw 12, me and Lee, we're back in the saddle, baby. I'm hoping for it. Thank you again for your super chat, Oliver. I greatly appreciate you. And I will say this, guys, because we do have another super chat in the house. We are 6 super chats away from hitting the goal. So if we get 6 more super chats, not only will I extend this stream until 8 o'clock Eastern time, which is in another hour, but I will also start a voting poll that I will leave in this comment section after the stream is over for you guys to vote for a Saturday live watch party of any Saw film you guys want to watch, minus Saw X, because we just did watch Saw X this past Saturday. But all the other Saw movies, Spiral, Saw 1, Saw 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, whichever one you guys want to watch, I will leave a voting poll at the end of the stream in the comment section for you guys to vote on the next Saw movie that we will watch on Saturday if we hit the goal. Plus, you guys get basically an extra 40 minutes worth of content on this stream. But if you guys don't want to hit the goal, that's okay. I'm just enjoying my time being here with you guys and talking some Saw content for sure. And Gina coming through with another $1 super chat. Thank you so much again, Gina, for your contributions. It's greatly, greatly appreciated. I greatly appreciate you. And if you have a comment that you want to add to this, Gina, let me know in the comment section. Greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate every single one of you guys' support. And just also just coming in here and hanging out with me to talk some Saw. Okay, so I will be catching up with some of you guys in the chat. If I unfortunately do skip over your comment, it's nothing, malicious. It's just hard keeping up with everything and stuff. If you do have a burning question you want to ask me, send in a super chat. I will make sure your message gets seen, and it will also get added towards the goal. But I'm going to do my best to catch up here with you all because I greatly appreciate you guys' support. Yeah, Dom saying a troll thinks I've been trying to make a video game of some sort. Yeah, that'd be cool, Dom. I think you would do a great job with that, man. A Saw video game, that would be awesome. Okay, so yeah, all right. So I'm glad I found my place, though. So King Matthew III saying, I feel like even though Gordon took the saw away so Hoffman couldn't cut his foot, Hoffman could still have broke his leg with the toilet lid to escape like Eric Matthews did. That's a great point, King Matthew. Yes, absolutely. And I don't know why I didn't think about that in the moment, earlier, but that is an excellent point. He definitely could have done that. And think about it like this. My man Hoffman took off the reverse bear trap. It still basically halfway went off on his face to where it took out a whole chunk of the side of his face. And what happened? My boy came back in the next movie ready to fucking body some motherfuckers. So this could definitely happen. Hoffman is one tough son of a bitch. And I personally think that we could see him do something like that because of that toughness. Great catch, King Matthew. Great catch for sure. Love it. Let's go. Let's get Hoffman and Adam Stanheight back. Let's fucking do it. I don't know if I read this already. Yes, I did. Yes. So let me catch up here. King Matthew saying Saw X and Saw 11 could be taking place at the same time, similar to Saw 4. It took place during Saw 3. I think Hoffman may be the main jigsaw in Saw 11. That's interesting. So let me reread this. Yeah, that's my whole pitch for Saw X leading into Saw 11 is that it would be taking place within the same time. But keep in mind, Matthew, if Kevin Gruder gets to finish his story, then we will still be taking place in Mexico, because the original plan for Saw 11 before it got canceled, and this came from Orrin Coles. You know what I mean? This came from Orrin Coles himself. He said that Amanda and John were still in Mexico. So what that always told me is that the game with Cecilia wasn't done. That was just the beginning. And what I took away from that is that basically John and Amanda either had her father or they were going to basically go looking for Cecilia's father. And I think that's what would have happened in Saw 11, to where we would have seen Cecilia go through another test to save her dad. And then whatever happens after that happens. Because in my opinion, the closing credit scene that we got in Saw X, the post-credit scene with Hoffman in the bathroom with John and Michael Beach's character, Henry Kessler, to me, that takes place after the events in Mexico take place. Because think about it like this. Why would John, if Cecilia is still alive, why would John go all the way back to America, handle Henry, just to go back to Mexico to finish off Cecilia? That wouldn't really make sense to me. So I think Saw 11 would take place directly after Saw X's events. We are still in Mexico. They're probably looking for Cecilia's dad, and maybe even those henchmen who brought John to the location, those masked men. All those events happen, and then basically John goes back to the States, where Hoffman finds Henry Kessler, yaps him up, and then we get that scene in the bathroom and that post-credit scene from Saw X. But yeah, definitely, Matthew, I definitely do think Saw X and Saw 11, if they allow Kevin Gruder to finish his movie, they're definitely taking place at the same time. For sure. Absolutely. Joseph the Horror Guy saying, I'm going to do something, buddy. Good meeting you on here. I will check out this replay. Have a good night and stay scared. Yeah, absolutely, Joseph. Thank you, man, for stopping in. I greatly appreciate you, man. And Joseph also saying, smash the like button. Yes, smash it, shoot it, kick it, elbow drop, Ric Flair, woo, that son of a bitch. Do whatever you got to do. It helps out the channel a lot. And I will also plug this in here real quick, guys, because we just shot back up to 14 people here in the chat. Go on the channel. I have a podcast episode that is going to be airing at 9 o'clock Eastern tonight. Go to the podcast tab. Horror Hooligans, episode 2, with me and my co-host, Destination Station, tonight. We are going to be talking about 6 ways the slasher genre of horror has evolved since it's gained mainstream popularity. So that is definitely going to be a fun episode, and you guys don't want to miss it. King Matthew III saying, if Kevin isn't the one directing Saw 11, then they should get James Wan to direct Saw 11, in my opinion. I do think that would be a great idea. If James does that, I don't think we're going to continue the story from Saw X, which is what I want. Excuse me. I think that if James does get behind the director's chair again, he would want to go in a completely different direction, or he would pick up after the events of Saw, the final chapter. But that's just my opinion on that. He could very well decide, you know what? I'm going to get behind the director's chair for Saw 11 and continue the story that Kevin created in Saw X. And hey, maybe instead of having Lee write the story for Saw 11, I'll just have Kevin write the story and then I direct it. Either scenario I'm okay with. I just want Kevin Gruder to get his movie finished. his next movie finished. He deserves it. That guy, in my opinion, outside of James Wan, is the best filmmaker for the Saw franchise. So I definitely want to see him go out on a high note. Because again, I enjoyed Saw 6, I enjoyed Saw 7, and I damn sure enjoyed Saw X. Kevin Gruder is the fucking man, and he deserves to be able to finish the story that he began to tell in Saw X. That also has a link to Saw 6. That just comes to show you how great of a mind and a filmmaker Kevin Gruder is. Because he was able to link in a certain facet from Saw 6 and make it an entirely new movie for Saw X. The guy's a fucking brainiac. He's a genius. And Joseph saying before I go, have you seen Brandon? I Like Scary short film. Willie, yup. Check it out. I love it. Cannot wait for Willie Part 2. I actually have. I actually left a comment on it a couple weeks ago because I just got around to watching it a couple weeks ago, and I thought it was definitely really, really good. And I'm excited for Brandon to get Willie Part 2 done as well. Definitely supporting Brandon with that for sure. Absolutely. That was definitely a fun time. I like that character. He has a strange look. King Matthew III saying another clue that Adam is still alive is we never see Adam's body in the bathroom in the final chapter when Gordon locks Hoffman in the bathroom. I don't think. I think it is supposed to be his body, but it's like obviously decayed and rotted out and stuff like that. So you don't obviously see like we saw him in Saw X and like we've seen him in Saw 2 and Saw 3. Like we don't see his body like nourished enough to see skin on the bones, his face still intact, all that. But in my opinion, they could have easily put another person's body that was in that bathroom, like the Spanish guy from Part 2. Or they just could have put another dead body from a trap and changed it to where Adam was and made it look like it was his body. You know what I mean? So definitely do think Adam is still alive for sure. And great way to kind of point that out, King Matthew, because I feel like people will poke holes at this theory and say, oh, well, no, he was in the bathroom in Saw 7, the final chapter. You can see his body rotted out and decayed. But then again, I will say we don't really know if that is Adam's body. They could have put anybody's dead body there and replaced Adam with that dead body. You know what I mean? So definitely a good point right there, King Matthew. A troll saying, exactly, Marcus. Adam is alive. That's fucking talking about. I know I am super behind on the chat, you guys. I'm so sorry, but I'm definitely trying my best to catch up. I just want to make sure I give everybody their shine. Paul is saying true. Yep. Twisted Pictures Presents saying you definitely got a point. Yes, great point here, Oliver. Oliver saying Dr. Gordon made a promise to Adam. Both Dr. Gordon and Adam didn't win their game, but they both survived. John let Dr. Gordon live. Why not Adam? Yes, exactly. And also Dr. Gordon told Adam he would come back for him. So yes, you know what I mean? Yes, whoa, let's go. I'm so fucking hyped, man. They need to make it happen. Let Kevin Gruder finish his story, but then for Saw 12, get fucking James Wan behind the director's chair and get Leighwhannel behind the pen and paper, the writer. Let him be the writer again. And let's make this shit happen. Oh my goodness, man. I'm telling you, if they did something like that and they revealed my boy Adam is alive, I'm telling y'all, they're going to have to hire security in that motherfucking movie theater to haul my ass out because I'm going to be disruptive. I'm going to be so hyped. Definitely, Oliver. Love it. King Matthew III saying, plus Adam had a little relationship with Amanda, so I see Adam working with Gordon behind the scenes after Amanda and John are dead. Yeah, I can definitely see that for sure. I know there's some people out there who think that Amanda could actually be alive, and I am not in that majority, but I will say this. I have been intrigued to go back and rewatch Saw 3, well, the ending of Saw 3 and the beginning of Saw 4. and stuff like that. Because one thing we don't see is we don't see Amanda's body being taken to the morgue like we've seen John's body. So, and if she was shot in the neck, let's say she was shot in the neck, right? And let's say she was still alive. Dr. Gordon is a surgeon, right? He's a doctor. So he could have easily saved her. Hey, I know people will sit there and say at the end of Saw the Final Chapter, the pig faces that show up with Gordon are the two guys in the beginning of that film, you know, the blonde hair guy and the brown hair guy. I guess that was revealed like after the point, like I guess in deleted scenes or something like that. But let's keep in mind, that's not what we saw in the actual film. So that aspect is not canon. So if they wanted to retcon that part in regards to Dr. Gordon's accomplices, they could definitely have both Adam and Amanda return as Gordon's accomplices for Saw 12, or for this story that they would tell between Gordon, Hoffman, so on and so forth. So, again, you know, Dr. Gordon, you know, he's a surgeon. So if Amanda had a pulse still, he could have saved her. The Jigsaw blog saying, I like your passion about Adam being alive, but I feel like you bring Adam back, then you kind of ruin Amanda's character arc of her becoming a killer if she didn't kill Adam in Saw 3. Well, I can understand why you would feel that way, but this is where I will, you know, I guess counter that. Amanda was already basically she already became a killer at that point. Before we even saw what she did to Adam, we saw what she did to Detective Carey. We saw that. So we already knew before we saw the scene with Adam, we already knew that Amanda was basically down this abyss, that she turned into a killer. She basically turned into what John despised. You know what I mean? And stuff like that, which is why he decided to test her in Saw 3. So I don't think that would ruin Amanda's, you know, character arc in regards to her becoming a killer, because we already seen her do what she did, you know what I mean, to Detective Carey. Now, if you're talking about, you know, Adam being like her first kill, I guess I can see that. But I think regardless to what, Amanda was already heading in that trajectory. You know what I mean? I think regardless to what, whether she killed Adam or not, she was already heading in that trajectory. Now, me personally, I always thought that when she, you know, put the bag over his face and, you know, she did what she did to him, I always thought that either that could have been a dream scene, another dream scene, because we did see Amanda have like a vision or hallucination of Adam getting out of the bathroom and coming after her, whatever, and stuff. But I always thought that John could have intervened in her actually fully killing Adam. Because remember, when she gets up to go to the bathroom to finish Adam off, what happens? The camera cuts back to John as she's leaving, and John's eyes are awake, like his eyes are open. So that means he's awake. So who's to say that John didn't go down to the bathroom to stop Amanda? So all I'm saying. But I definitely do see your point for sure, the Jigsaw blogs. I definitely see your point. I just feel like there's ways you can work around that. You know what I mean? That's just how I feel about it. Tomo T saying silly. Oh, I hope you're not starting no stuff, man. But if you're not, welcome to the chat. And I will say, guys, so I'm gonna go like another 10 minutes or whatnot. If we hit the super chat goal, then I'll go to 8 o'clock. But if we don't, it's okay. I am going to wrap up the stream in like another 10 minutes, though, if we don't hit the super chat goal. But nonetheless, this was definitely a fun conversation for sure. And I look forward to doing more state of the franchises in regards to not just Saw, but also other horror movies as well. Yo, what's up, Ryan? Good to see you, man. It's been a minute. Saying, I want to play a game. Yo, XV Ryan, bro. It's so good to see you back here, man. Awesome, man. That's what's up. I love seeing, because like I said before, I was out doing content. I wasn't doing content for a while. And then over the last month and some change, I really start picking it back up again. So, man, it's so cool to see you back here, man. That's awesome. Love it, man. Love it. And we do have another super chat in the house. A Troll Campbell with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, a Troll. I greatly appreciate you, man. Saying Blumhouse is about to push this franchise past every franchise. Keep the Adam theory alive. These directors listen to fans now and give us what we want. Hey, I agree with that, man. I full-heartedly agree with that. You know, and I am going to keep this Adam is alive theory pushing. There's no stopping me with that, man. None whatsoever. I will forever always think that Adam could always be brought back if they do it right. You know what I mean? I will never think that he was dead. I'm sorry. You know, just for what we know about this franchise and what we know about Johnkramer, and also, like, you know, what Oliver mentioned about Dr. Gordon, the whole point was for Adam to get a second chance, in my opinion. We never seen him get that second chance yet. We seen Dr. Gordon get it, and we saw Hoffman get it. We saw Amanda get it. We didn't see Adam Stanheight get it, and he deserves that. So I'm definitely on board for that, man. I'm definitely going to keep this theory pushing for sure. And thank you again for your $5 super chat, Troll. It's greatly appreciated. And I will say, guys, we are 5 super chats away from hitting the goal. If we get 5 more super chats to creep in here and over the next, I'll say 13 minutes, because I'll stay on for till 7:35 or whatnot. By 7:35, if we get 5 super chats, then I will extend the stream to 8 o'clock. And then I'll say, you know what? I'll even extend it to 8:15 just to be generous or whatnot. I will extend it to 8:15. And then on top of that, I will leave a voting poll at the end of the stream in the comment section for you guys to vote on the next Saw movie this upcoming Saturday that we are going to watch. We already did Saw X last Saturday, so that will not be added to the list. But all the other Saw movies, definitely. We can definitely do that for sure. Okay, we have another $2 super chat in the house from Oliver saying, go to 8 o'clock. Hey, sounds like a plan to me, man. We are now 4 super chats away from hitting that goal. And like I said, if we hit this goal, I will extend it to 8:15 as opposed to 8 o'clock. So we got about another 12 minutes to hit this goal. I think we can get it. I really do. But if not, it doesn't matter. I just enjoy being here with you guys, having a great time, talking some horror movies, talking some state of the franchise, Saw edition. I love it all. It's always such a fun time. It really is. Thank you again for your $2 super chat, Oliver. Greatly appreciate you, buddy. And we definitely got to get you here on a stream, man. We got to make sure it lines up. You know, we've been playing this game of musical chairs, bro. We got to make sure we get this hammered down. You know what I mean? Because Oliver is also a great Saw mind. If you guys haven't checked it out in the chat, you know, he's also a great Saw mind. Like, so good with this franchise. He's great with any other franchise as well. But I feel like Saw is Oliver's bread and butter. He's put me onto some shit that I didn't even think of before. And I wanted to tell you this, Oliver. I did notice what you were talking about in Saw X's live watch party in regards to basically Adam and Gordon not noticing that John, you know, basically he was playing, you know, hooky there, but he didn't have his own tape. I caught that, man. And it's interesting that you brought that up because obviously they didn't stop to think about that neither, which is really interesting. Why didn't this dead guy who was laying in the middle of the floor, which we know now to be Johnkramer, but why didn't he have his own tape? So on and so forth. You know what I mean? So, yeah, definitely caught that, man. And it's definitely interesting that they didn't catch that and didn't notice that. It plays into the brilliance of James Wan and leighwhannel in terms of storytelling, if you ask me. And we have another super chat in the house. A Troll Campbell coming through in the clutch saying Blumhouse. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. I already read that one. Oh, I'm so sorry. My bad. Awesome. So we have a $2 super chat from a Troll. Thank you for your $2 super chat, a Troll. I greatly appreciate you, buddy. Saying I vote Saw 3 or Saw 5. Awesome. So like I said, if we hit this super chat goal, we have 10 minutes and we are 2 super chats away from hitting the goal. If we do that, if we hit that goal, then I will create a voting poll for you guys to choose the next Saw movie that we are going to watch this upcoming Saturday. And it will be a pretty early watch party. I want to say maybe around the time I started this live stream, between 6:30, something like that. So everybody has a chance to be able to come in and watch it. So it's not super late and all that stuff, and everybody's tired, ready to go to bed and all that stuff. So yeah, definitely. So we are 2 super chats away from hitting the goal, guys. And we have another $2 super chat from Oliver saying, "I'm the king of the Saw franchise." Hey man, I will crown you that, brother. I will crown you that for sure, because you know your shit, Oliver. Ain't nobody can deny that, man. You definitely know your shit. And thank you again for your $2 super chat, bro. I greatly appreciate you guys' support, man. It means a lot. We are 2 away, guys. We got 9 minutes left. We are 2 away from hitting the super chat goal. If we hit the super chat goal, I will extend the stream till 8:15 Eastern time. And then also at the end of the stream. So guys, basically if we hit the super chat goal, right? What I want you guys to do is after the stream is over, come back to the stream, hit the comment section, because I'm going to leave a link for you guys to click on so you guys can vote on the next Saw movie that we're going to watch. And it's of your guys' choosing. Whatever you guys want to vote in, if it finishes with the highest voting percentage, that is what we will watch. So I will leave that link at the end of the stream if we hit the super chat goal. We're 2 away. I think we can do it. I really do. Yo, what's up, Jerry? Jerry. I'm sorry, I got to do it, Jerry. Glad to see you, man. Thank you for stopping in. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you're having a great day, buddy. And we have another super chat in the house. DJ plays favorites. Go DJ, and that's my DJ. Go DJ, and that my fucking Destin. Damn it, you started an epidemic with this shit. Good Lord. DJ plays favorites coming through with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much, man. Saying goal. Yes, absolutely. So guys, we are 1 away, 1 super chat away from hitting the goal. And if we hit this goal, I will extend the stream till 8:15, which means you guys will get me for another 45 minutes or whatnot, talking about Saw content, answer your questions, so on and so forth. And I will leave a link at the end of this live stream, and I will also post it on the channel too, just in case you guys, forget to come back in this chat after the stream is over, so on and so forth. I will leave a link for you guys that will have a whole bunch of Saw movies, basically every Saw movie outside of Saw X, because we just watched that last Saturday. You guys will get to pick and vote from and choose which Saw movie you guys want to watch next this upcoming Saturday. So we hit the goal. We got it. And I think we do got it. Yes, we do. Holy shit, we hit that goal, guys. So let's go. A Troll Campbell coming through with another $2 super chat. Thank you, a Troll, saying Saw 4 is a great watch. Man, I thoroughly enjoy all of these movies. I do. I really can't sit there and say there was a bad Saw movie. I remember thinking that Jigsaw was a bad Saw movie initially, but that movie has grown on me over time. I actually enjoy watching it. So this franchise as a whole is a great franchise, man. Greatly appreciate you, a Troll, coming through in the clutch. Oliver coming through with another $2 super chat saying, I've listened to every Saw commentary 500 times. That is awesome, man. Holy shit. That's real. Yeah, you're the king, man. You're the king of Saw. Holy fuck, 500 times? Damn. Oh, shit. I was expecting you to say 6 times. My boy fucking trillionized that shit. God dang. That's what's up, though, Oliver. Definitely the king of the Saw franchise for sure, buddy. Thank you for your $2 super chat. I greatly appreciate you, man. Jerry Wilson with a $2 super chat saying, great to be here. Yes, absolutely. Jerry. Did it. I'm sorry, man. I got to do it. Now that's going to be some shit that I start every time you come here in the chat, Jerry. I just have to do it. It just fits so well. But thank you again for your $2 super chat, Jerry, fucking helping us get to the goal. I will stay on this live stream until 8:15 Eastern time. So that's another 45 minutes. And then, obviously, guys, if you haven't done so already, head over to the podcast tab here on the channel, click on the Horror Hooligans podcast, click on episode 2 and shoot that like button, because me and Destin are going to be going live at 9 p.m. Eastern time, 8 p.m. Central for episode 2 of the Horror Hooligans podcast. So guys, you're basically going to be getting like a total of like close to 3.5 hours worth of content between both this stream and the podcast. So this is how we do. This is how we do over here. Love it. Hey, we also have a new member. Fucking go. That's what's up. Jerry becoming a new member here to the channel. Thank you so much, Jerry. I greatly appreciate the support, bro. Like, honestly, it means a lot. And it's interesting that you just signed up for a membership, because I do have some members only content that is going to be coming to all of you guys very, very soon. Probably, I want to say next week. Next week is going to be very heavy with the members only watch parties or live discussions or whatnot and stuff like that. So I greatly appreciate it, Jerry. Welcome to the community, man. Officially as a channel member. Greatly appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. And the Jigsaw blogs coming through with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Jigsaw. I greatly appreciate you, man. It just not even for the super chat, but for also joining the chat, being a new subscriber here, man. Like, we might have to link up. If you got an Instagram, check out my Instagram. You can find the link in the description of my channel. Shoot me a message on Instagram, man, so we can maybe, if you're down for it, do a live stream talking about some Saw and stuff and other horror movie stuff, but specifically Saw, because obviously your profile name is the Jigsaw Blogs. Would love to have you on here, man. That's awesome. Saying great work tonight, Chris. Hope everyone enjoys the watch along this weekend. Also subscribe to our Saw fan film series, the Jigsaw Blogs. Yes, I definitely want to do that. And as well as maybe, just maybe, if you're down for it, maybe we can do some live watch parties on some of the episodes from your fan film series. Let me know if you would be down for that, man. That'd be so cool to have you here on the channel, to have you here on the panel, I should say, watching some of your fan-made films. Either way, I'm going to check them out. I'm very intrigued, very, very intrigued. But guys, we hit the super chat goal. We crushed it. We crushed it in this last 10 minutes. So I'm going to stay on till 8:15 Eastern time on this stream. I greatly appreciate you guys. This is going to be so much fun. So basically, for what I'm going to do for the rest of this stream, I'm going to be just answering you guys' questions. So basically, this stream just turned into a Saw Q&A. So whatever questions you guys have for me, fire away. You don't have to send any more super chats in. We hit the goal. This is strictly for you guys. You know what I mean? So I'm going to catch up here with the live chat, and let's get to it. Awesome. You guys are so awesome. I greatly appreciate you guys' support, man. Like, you guys, words just don't explain it. Honestly, it don't express it enough. Horror Queen saying, welcome in, Jerry. Yes, absolutely. Yes. For sure. Jerry. Did it. I'm sorry. I'm on my shit. That's right. Even a troll. Let's go, a troll. Jerry. Let's go. That's awesome. That is so cool, man. That is so cool. All right, so I do want to catch up with some of you guys here that I didn't get to. Okay, so I'm not that far behind. I thought it was. So cool. That's awesome. Because, again, I want to make sure I'm caught up with you guys and every single one of you guys gets some shine. King Matthew saying, are you going to be doing episode 2 of the podcast on your channel tonight? Because Marcus, sorry if I spelled your name wrong. Hey, you're good, man. I've been dealing with that my whole life. I still get called Marquise from time to time. So it's all good, King Matthew. No hate, all love. It's all good. But yes, 9 o'clock Eastern time. Check out the podcast tab. If you guys haven't done so already, click on the Horror Hooligans podcast episode 2. Shoot that like button. Smash it, crush it, elbow drop, Ric Flair, woo that son of a bitch. Whatever you got to do. The Horror Hooligans podcast episode 2 will be airing tonight here on my channel, 9 o'clock Eastern time. So basically 45 minutes after this stream is over, you guys will see me on the podcast with my co-host Destin, and we will be talking about 6 ways that slashers has evolved since it became a mainstay in film. That is going to be an excellent stream. You guys do not want to miss it. Going to be an excellent second episode of the podcast. And I will also say this as well. If you unfortunately missed the first episode of the Horror Hooligans podcast, the inaugural episode, shoot over to Destination Stations channel, hit the podcast tab. You'll see it. Horror Hooligans podcast, drop a like. And when you have some time, rewatch the episode and leave us a comment and let me know what you guys think and let me know what you guys feel about the podcast. You know, we're always open to hearing from you guys as well as getting some fresh ideas from everybody here in the community. You know what I mean? So definitely check that first episode out on Destin's channel and also hit the podcast tab here on my channel to watch episode 2 of the Horror Hooligans podcast live tonight here on the channel. Thank you for asking, King Matthew. Okay, so the Jigsaw blog saying some people you can see in our channel, Zach Morris from ZZ's World. Whoa, holy shit. That's awesome. Chris Snyder from the Jigsaw Files. Okay, so he's the one who made that post with Josh Stolberg. Awesome. Eric Stifler from PMI and Corbett Denlin from Saw 3 to 6 and the return of Scott Tibbs. Whoa, hold up. Hold up, man. So are you talking about Corbett Denlin? Are you talking about Liz, what's her name? Lynn Denlin's husband? Let me know in the comment section, Jigsaw Blogs, because man, listen, see, I might have to, after we do the podcast tonight, I'm going to check your channel out and watch some of those episodes. That sounds awesome. Oliver saying the only 2 parts of the Saw franchise that wasn't shot in Toronto was the original Saw and Saw X. That is a great point. Yeah. Let's say, where was the original Saw movie shot? Excuse me. Let me know, Oliver. Was it shot in like New York or something? I always felt like the Saw franchise had this New York type of look to it. I think it's supposed to be based in New York or Chicago. Maybe I'm wrong, but I always got those type of feels from those movies. But yes, and we know Saw X. Wasn't Saw X actually like filmed in like Mexico itself? I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. King Matthew III saying, do you think it's possible we see Eric Matthews' son return in a future Saw film as well? Maybe he got recruited by Dr. Gordon as an accomplice. See, King Matthew, see, you stooging off my brain, Matthew. I think you are. Honestly, Matthew, I think, I'll put it this way. His son is my dark horse to be an accomplice to Dr. Gordon. If we get Adam Stanheight back, Eric Matthews' son, I think could be that third person, especially if they don't bring Amanda back. I think Eric Matthews' son could definitely be that third man. The third man, as they used to say in WCW when it came to the NWO. I think he could be the third man for sure. Yes, I do. That would be crazy. And if they are going to bring his son back, it has to be Eric Knudsen. It can't be another actor. He can't be recast. None of that, because then nobody's going to know who the fuck he is. But if they bring him back, especially if you're a diehard Saw fan and you see Eric Knudsen return as Eric Matthews' son alongside Dr. Gordon and Adam Stanheight or whoever else is Gordon's accomplice, that'd be a hell of a twist. That would be a hell of a twist. I'm not against it. I love it. Right, Jerry. Right, just like Jerry's saying, love it. Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, Horror Queen, saying love the podcast. Thank you so much for that. It means a lot. Like me and Destin said before, this is a passion project of ours. We've been wanting to get this off the ground for like 2 years now, and it has finally come to fruition, and we're excited about it. We're excited about the direction that we're heading in. We're excited about the topics that we're going to be bringing to you guys, as well as Also incorporating some of you guys' ideas and topics that you would want us to talk about and cover on the podcast. So, hey, the sky's is the limit. You know what I mean? And you guys, I think with you guys supporting us the way you do, this is definitely going to be successful for sure. Jerry asking, will that be on this channel or Destin's channel? Episode 2 will be on my channel tonight. So how we're doing this, Jerry, is basically the first episode was on Destin's channel. Go check that out if you haven't already. The second episode is going to be on my channel tonight. Every Monday and Wednesday, we're going to be rotating these podcast episodes. We're doing 2 episodes a week, Monday and Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern time, 8 p.m. Central time, or whatnot. Mondays is going to be on Destin's channel, and then Wednesdays is going to be on my channel. So that's how we're doing it. You know what I mean? This was Destin's idea since the start of this conversation that we were going to be doing a podcast together about 2 years ago. And I love that scenario because it helps get growth to both of our channels, and it helps both of us at the same time. And we're working together on this. You know, so you guys know that's my brother right there, man. I rocks with Destin, man. That's my boy. I love him to death. DJ saying Val has to create an intro jingle of hey you guys. Yeah, absolutely. DJ. Yes, absolutely. We are definitely going to put Val up to that task for sure. A troll saying, just subscribe to Jigsaw Blog. Yes, absolutely, guys. Definitely do me a favor. Subscribe to Jigsaw Blogs as well. If you guys haven't done so already, go show Jigsaw Blogs some love. You know what I mean? I would love for you guys to join their community as well, because I am definitely going to do the same when I am done here at 8:15. You know what? I might just do that now. Let me just do that now. And I'm also going to leave a link again for the Horror Hooligans podcast as well. Okay, so let me come on. Pull up. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, cool. All right, so I did just put the link to the Horror Hooligans podcast episode 2 in the chat again. So definitely hit that link and shoot that like button on the stream. It's greatly appreciated. Oh my God. I always do this to myself. I forget to fucking turn the volume down on my phone. But I'm looking up the Jigsaw Blogs right now, and I am subscribing myself. So everybody, if you haven't done so already, just like a troll just did, go subscribe to the Jigsaw Blog. Definitely do that. Show them some love and show them some support. Because I'm hoping to do content with them in the future. And even if we can't do content together and stuff, I still want to support them and stuff like that, because they sound like they got some great content. And I'm super excited to check out some of these fan film episodes that they have on their channel. Okay, so yep, the Jigsaw Blogs. Ooh, let's go. And there we go. Yup. So guys, I will say this. The Jigsaw Blogs is basically just under 1,000 subscribers. So do me a favor, share their link and everything on your social medias as well, so that they can get more traffic to their channel. You know what I mean? They're content creators just like I am. So show them some love. Let's boost them up. Let's get them some more. Let's get them some more people in their community as well. I think we can do it. Okay, yeah, the Jigsaw Blog saying Corbett Denlin is the daughter of Jeff and Lynn. That's right. That is right. Yes, that is right. I always forget her name because I just feel like it's really not like said enough in that movie. I've always wondered what the hell happened to that little girl. So, ooh, you guys got me excited. Ooh, I can't wait to check that out. That's awesome. Mitch Elvis saying, congratulations for the live stream. Yes, absolutely. So Mitch, if you were here, or I don't know if you stepped out for a second and stuff like that, but since we hit the super chat goal for today's stream on Saturday, I'm going to be doing a live watch party of any Saw film except Saw X, since we watched that last Saturday. But I'm going to leave a link after this stream is over. Come back to the comment section. I'm going to leave a link for you guys here so you guys can vote on the next Saw movie that you guys want to watch, excluding Saw X, since we just did that one and stuff. And I will also leave the same exact link on my channel here on the channel page. You guys just got to check the post section out. I will also leave it there as a post so you guys can just tap the link. You'll see the list of Saw movies and you pick which one you which one you want to watch. And whichever one finishes with the highest voting percentage, that is the one we will watch for Saturday evening. Yes, Jigsaw Blog saying the girl from Saw 3. Yes, man, I've always wondered what the hell happened to her. So now we know. So now I'm definitely going to be tuning in, Jigsaw Blogs, for sure. Oliver saying I have to find that out. Okay, yep, Saw X was in Mexico. Yep, that's what I figured. You know, because of the statues and all that stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, I hope everybody enjoys it. Like I said, go over to the Jigsaw Blogs. You know what? Let me do something here. I'm going to put their link in my comment section. Okay, yup. So I got it here. Copy the link. So I'm just putting it in the comment section now. If you guys haven't already, definitely go over to the Jigsaw Blogs and subscribe to their channel. Show them some love. Show them some support. Watch some of their videos. Shoot the like button. Kick it. Stab it. Punch that son of a bitch. Elbow drop. Ric Flair. Woo! That son of a bitch. Had to fix that issue. Had to fix that. But definitely go subscribe to the Jigsaw Blogs. Show them some love, just like you guys always show me love to me here on YouTube, to Destin, so on and so forth. King Matthew III saying Eric Knudsen got kidnapped by Jigsaw, then killed by Ghostface. Bro had a rough time in those movies. Yeah, right? That was good, King Matthew. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he definitely did. But the fortunate thing is that he could come back in the Saw franchise because he was kept alive. So Oliver saying, spoiler alert, I'm in Saw 11 and Dr. Gordon's secret partner. Hey, I wouldn't be against that, Oliver. I don't care if you fucking spoiled it or not. I'd be cool with that. Because I know you are going to get down to the nitty gritty and some motherfuckers are going to atone for their sins. Jerry saying, got it. Thank you, sir. Yup, absolutely. DJ saying Jerry runs about 90 minutes. What are you guys talking about? Let me know. A troll saying Saw 2 fucked me up as a kid watching that opening scene. Went to my room and watched some Disney. That's funny, a troll. That's funny as hell. I'll tell you what, that ending fucked me up. I did not expect that to happen. I did not expect Amanda to be the accomplice. Did not expect that at all. I could not believe it. I remember going to the theater, watching Saw 2 with my mother and my sister. And I remember when the ending scene came out, each one of us, we all looked at each other just like, like that. It was crazy. Hell yeah, but that opening scene from Saw 2 was definitely gnarly. Yo, what's up? What's up, Liania? Liania Chanel stopping in the chat, showing some support, saying, sup, guys, I'm at work right now, but had to hop in and show some love. I hope everyone is having a great day. Thank you so much for that. I greatly appreciate you, Liania. Just you taking the time out of your work schedule, out of your work shift to drop in and drop a like and say hello. That means a lot. It really does. I greatly appreciate you. And I hope you're having a great night at work. Don't work too hard. Don't work too hard at all. Yeah, Oliver saying, someone explained to me why Shawneesmith got all that cosmetic surgery on her face, I don't know, Oliver. A lot of them do it, and I don't understand that. It's just like with Courtney Cox. Just like, I don't know if you guys know this artist, Lana Del Rey. I've always been a huge fan of Lana Del Rey, not just her music, but I always thought that she was one of the most beautiful fucking women in music. And recently I saw an interview with her, and you can tell she's gotten like injections on her cheeks, injections in her lips. And I'm just like, why? You didn't need to do that. You look so much better natural. But we know this, Oliver, that comes with the fame. You know, it's like an immortality defect. They don't want to get old. It's unfortunate. It's truly unfortunate. DJ saying, I have decided to renew my membership, but I want it to sink in with Destin so I can listen to the Hooligan podcast. I'm about to say, even if you become a member, I want to say either on Destin's channel or my channel, it doesn't matter. You're still going to get the episodes of the Horror Hooligan podcast, regardless to what. So yeah, DJ, definitely greatly appreciate the support. Yeah, that doesn't have any effect. You renewing your membership doesn't have any effect on, the podcast or you being not able to view them, so on and so forth and stuff. You will still get to view the Horror Hooligans podcast regardless to what. The Jigsaw blog saying, oh, thanks, guys. I hope y'all enjoy it. Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. That's one thing you will come to learn about myself, my brother Destin here in this community, man. We try to show love to as much content creators as we can because we are all in the same boat. We all share the same passion. It's not a competition to us at all. We want to see you guys succeed as much as we want to see ourselves succeed. It's all love here in this community. So definitely, don't even need to thank. You know what I mean? Honestly, no, it's my pleasure. You know what I mean? I'm hoping everybody here went and subscribed to your channel, and I hope that they are going to watch some of your content because I know I will be. I know for a fact. I even want to cover some of it here on the channel. So, yeah, you're definitely welcome, the Jigsaw Blogs. And thank you for subscribing to my channel and for hanging out with me here tonight and your super chat and just being a great conversation, in all honesty. And I hope this is the first of many great conversations. Yeah, a troll saying, I agree, Oliver, she looked good before. Yeah, especially like when Shawneesmith was like coming up. What was that? Was it John Candy? What was that John Candy movie that she played in? I remember watching that movie on with Steven from Craven Something Scary. I think it was on his other channel, the Movie Bros React, but it was a John Candy movie that she was in. And fuck, Shawneesmith was fantastic looking in there. So it's just unfortunate. That's just what it is. It's really unfortunate. DJ Plays Favorite saying, the only thing I know about Jigsaw is that the actress Betsy Russell is the wife of Jigsaw. Betsy Russell also stars in Cheerleader Camp. I want to watch that. Excuse me. I remember you brought that up before, DJ. So that might be something we might have to add to the list of watch parties here. Yeah, Betsy Russell playing Jill Tuck. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Well, DJ, we're going to have to really get you in on the Saw franchise, man, because in my opinion, you're missing out on not just a overall fun franchise and, in terms of, traps and kills and stuff, but storytelling. To me, storytelling wise, Saw is one of the best horror franchise ever. I absolutely love the storytelling of this franchise. So definitely got to get you to watch some more Saw movies, DJ. Yes, that's right. His name was Daniel. Yep. King Matthew III saying, I read somewhere that Daniel Matthews was actually supposed to be in Saw the Final Chapter, but he wasn't because Eric Knudsen was filming Scream 4 at the time. I heard something like that as well. So, hey, maybe we might be able to get him, if they decide to do a follow-up to Saw the Final Chapter, maybe we'll get him then. That would have been cool. I will ask you this, King Matthew. Do you think that if he wasn't doing Scream 4 at the time, if Eric Knudsen was able to return as Daniel Matthews, do you think he gets revealed as one of the accomplices to Dr. Gordon? Let me know what you feel about that. Awesome. Thank you for that, DJ. Saying subscribe to Jigsaw. Yes, absolutely. That is awesome. Thank you, you guys. The link is there. You guys subscribe to their channel, show some love just like you do for me. You know what I mean? It's all love here in this community. DJ saying Cena is the new go to pro wrestling, 17-time champ, but of course we can't see him. Yeah, right. I am going to ruin pro wrestling. Yes, Cena's the man. Cena is definitely the man for sure. Whether fighting or spitting, my discipline is unforgiving. Got you backing up in a defensive position. An ass-kicking anthem. Heavyweight or bantam. Holding cans for ransom. The microphone phantom. What? His bars in that original rap song he did, that was his theme song, is so underrated. The Jigsaw blog saying, all thanks, Chris and everyone. I am currently editing episode 21 while listening to you all tonight. Hoping for an October 25 release date. Ooh, that's like some old school Saw shit right there. Because remember, the first, 7 Saw movies? I want to say even Jigsaw too. I'll have to look it up. But I think the first 7 Saw movies, I know for a fact the first 7 Saw movies all came out in October. Because every year since the first Saw movie, that's what a lot of us horror fans was basically looking forward to. Every year we were getting a new Saw movie. So yeah, definitely going to be checking out for that. But either way, I'm going to be checking out your other 20 episodes as well. That's what's up. That's cool that because I do that sometimes too when I'm listening to other content creators that I watch and stuff. I'll be working on content while I'm listening too, bro. So I know the feeling and I know the job. DJ saying to everyone from the first podcast, it runs about 90 minutes at least. Oh, okay, so you're talking about the first Horror Hooligans podcast. Yes, we did end up going for like an hour and a half. Usually the runtime we're trying to aim for is like an hour and 15 minutes, but it will most likely end up going an hour and a half, and that will probably be our mainstay, and stuff like that. That's what I think would be best, because we're going to be talking about, topics and getting to you guys in the chat and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'd say about an hour and a half for each episode is what our goal is for each episode of the Horror Hooligans podcast. King Matthew III saying, Courtney Cox is still hot in my opinion, especially in Scream 5. No, she still looks good. No, she still looks good for her age. No doubt about it. But I just feel like she looked way better without the surgery. I'm sorry, I do. I still think if she didn't get surgery done, Courtney Cox would still be as good looking as she is looking now, because Courtney has always been one of those people that kept herself in shape. You know what I mean? So, hey, it's her own life choices. You know what I mean? But me personally, I wish they wouldn't get any surgery done. But she is still good looking. Leonia saying, what's up, bro? I don't know if you're talking to me or somebody in the chat, but either way, what's up with you, Leonia? I greatly appreciate you stopping in on your work night. It's greatly appreciated, like I said earlier. Like, it really means a lot. That's super thoughtful of you. And you better not be working too hard. Please do not work too hard. Oliver saying 3 questions that the Saw franchise still needs to answer. Did I miss something here? Okay, got it. Number 1. Who was driving the car at the end of... Yes, Oliver. Yes, absolutely. Because where that location was Jill Tuck's family's farm. So if that was supposed to be her family's farm and nobody else was supposed to know that location, then who the fuck was driving that truck, that car, whatever it was, that picked up Eleanor Bonneville? Yes, Oliver. No, see, yo, bro. This is what I'm talking about, man. This is why we gotta hammer this schedule down and do a stream together, because you feeling my pain. You feeling my pain, bro, for sure. I have always wanted to know what that was about, for sure, man. DJ saying I was talking about paying on the same time day when the time membership renewal. Oh, okay. Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. Even if you can't pay for it, on the exact day, just do it whenever you can if you feel like it, man. Like it ain't no like sweat, man. I'm not one to sweat stuff like that. And I think even if you're not, like if you don't pay it on the renewal date itself, they still allow you to be a member for like 5 to 10 days after the fact, if I'm not mistaken. Oliver saying number 2, Adam alive and is an accomplice. Yep, I agree. You already know. And number 3, why was Saw 7 so bad? I personally enjoyed Saw 7. I just think the reason why it didn't hit for some, Oliver, obviously yourself as well, is because we already knew once the beginning shots of the movie started, when we got to reveal that Gordon was alive, we already knew he was going to be an accomplice. We already knew some way, somehow, he was going to be involved and tied to the past. We just didn't know how much he was going to be tied into. We did not know that he was basically helping Jigsaw throughout the entire fucking franchise since the first one, which is why I think Saw 7 for me hit above average. I'll say that. Why it hit above average for me. You know what I mean? So I get why you would think Saw 7 is bad, though, because there was definitely some moments in there where I'm like, just doesn't feel so much like a Saw movie, Oliver saying Shawneesmith was smoking hot on anger management. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. To me, she was one of the most underrated, beautiful women, like, that didn't really get enough attention. Paul is saying the twist at the end of the first movie was mind-blowing. Yes, man. Yo, Paula, let me tell you something. I remember when Saw was advertising the first Saw movie. I seen a bunch of advertisements, a bunch of trailers, and I'm like, it looks interesting, and stuff like that, but I never really paid attention to it. My cousin Margarita is the one who put me on to the Saw franchise, to the first Saw. I remember her hitting me up, and she's like, cuz, you gotta watch this movie. You gotta see the ending. It's crazy. I'm not going to tell you about it, but you gotta watch it. So I remember getting off of work one night, and I said, you know what? I'm going to finally sit my ass down and watch this movie. And I remember seeing that ending, and I was just like, wow. Like, this was one of the, to me, Saw 1's original, Saw 2004's original ending, the original film, that ending is one of the greatest endings to a horror movie in horror period, in my opinion. And that's what led me on this path of following the Saw franchise since the first one, because of that ending. I love everything about the first film, but that ending and the way that they built up to that ending was fucking masterful. So yes, I am absolutely in agreement with you, Paula. Mind-blowing for sure. Holy crap, we have another $5 super chat. Thank you so much to Jigsaw Blogs. You didn't have to do that, man. I appreciate it, but you didn't have to do that because we already hit the super chat goal. And basically this was, the rest of the time that I extended was for you guys, just to talk to you guys and answer your questions and stuff like that. But saying great work tonight. Great work tonight, Chris. Hope everyone enjoys the watch along this weekend. Also, subscribe to our Saw fan film series, the Jigsaw Blogs. Yes, absolutely. Yes. I know I already did. You have a new subscriber in me. I know a few of my subscribers here also went over and subscribed to you guys. So yeah, this was definitely, hey, I'm definitely pushing people over to the channel, buddy. No doubt about it. And I can't wait to check out these episodes. I'm interested to see what you have in store for me and everybody else. I am actually very, very excited to check them out because I love me some Saw-related content. Thank you again for your $5 super chat. I greatly appreciate it, man. Like, so kind of you. Wait, did I read that wrong? Wait, oh, I think that was from earlier. Holy crap, my apologies. It was from earlier, but hey, just showing you some more love, Jigsaw Blogs. It's okay. But Oliver with a $5 super chat, bro, you did not have to do that. We hit the goal and everything. Oliver, you're the fucking man, bro. You are. Saying, as I said before, Saw 7 was supposed to be a 2-part movie to the end of the franchise, and we weren't supposed to see Dr. Gordon till the end of Saw 7. Yeah, so I can see why Saw 7 is sour for you. Yeah, because now when I'm looking at this, the super chat that you sent in, it would have been a lot better if they would have revealed Gordon at the end of 7 and then did that flashback tying him into the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth film, so on and so forth. So yeah, I agree. And unfortunately, we didn't get that 2-part movie to end the franchise to end the franchise like they should have done. They definitely should have ended this 2-parter before doing Jigsaw. They definitely should have did that. But hopefully, Oliver, now that James Wan has control over his baby again, hopefully we get to see that story that basically happened in Saw 7. Hopefully we get that finished for Gordon and Hoffman, because I have always been an advocate for that to be finished off. I will always say Adam Stanheight isn't dead, and neither is Mark Hoffman, and we need to finish that story for sure. Thank you again, Oliver, for your $5 super chat, bro. You're amazing. You didn't have to do that. Like I said, we hit the goal. I was just trying to do these extra 45 minutes, to answer you guys' questions as best as I could, and to hang out more with you guys and stuff. But I appreciate you, Oliver, man. It really means a lot. Yeah, I know, Oliver. Sorry about that. Some of these super chats, because they're lit up the same way, can be a little bit confusing. Like some are blue and then some are green. So it's kind of hard to maintain them, properly, so to speak. You know what I mean? Because it gets, tricky. But again, thank you for your $5 super chat, Oliver. I greatly appreciate you, buddy. Paula Fitzhenry saying Gary Busey's character Saw 1 deserved it. Gary Busey didn't play in Saw 1. Let me know who you're thinking about, Paula, because yeah, Gary Busey didn't play in the original Saw. He didn't play in any of the Saws. DJ saying cheerleader camp is already on the wheel of movies. That is right. That is right. I forgot about that. Yeah, for sure. For sure. So hopefully that bad boy gets picked soon. Okay, so this bad boy must have jumped on me. Okay, there we go. Now I'm back. So McCon Video T saying my dream scenario would be that we would get Saw 11 in 2026 and Saw 12 the following year in 2027. Saw 11 would be a prequel to X, a sequel to X, my apologies, and 12 a sequel to 7, and when Saw 12 was a Gordon versus Hoffman movie. Yes, absolutely. That's basically the same scenario that I have too. Absolutely. I want Kevin Gruder to finish his story that he created in Saw X, and then we transition to Saw 12 where we get the story of Gordon versus Hoffman. Absolutely. Right there with you, buddy. McCon also saying, Gordon would win and Hoffman would die at the end of the movie for good. And in 2029, the 25th anniversary of the Saw franchise, there would be a Blumhouse reboot, Saw 13, where Gordon, okay, so there's more to this, would be John's successor. It would be a good new start for the franchise because Gordon is familiar to fans and people who have only seen the first movie. So it would also be easy to market to people. Yeah, man, I'm not against that idea at all. I think the question is will Cary Elwes return? We know he's had beef with this franchise before. He has beef with them now. When he was asked about returning to Saw X, He said he had no involvement and he wasn't in contact with any of the production team, the creators, none of that. But I think with James Wan back at the helm, having his franchise now in his hands, I think that he would be able to get Cary Elwes back. That right there is the biggest thing in regards to Saw 12, Gordon versus Hoffman, or even possibly Saw 11 if they don't let Kevin finish. Either way, if they're going to do this Hoffman versus Gordon story and then make Gordon the successor, like you say, like you would want him to be, they have to get Cary Elwes on board. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. And he had beef before, and he came back for Saw 7. So anything's possible. He could definitely return, for sure. And I hope he does. And I'm not against that idea of him being the successor. Not at all. Okay, yeah. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Cary Elwes, yes, absolutely. I think that's who Paula was talking about. Yeah, Paula saying, shoot, I meant Cary Elwes' character deserved it. Yeah, because I was going to say, yeah, Gary Busey was not, unless I missed something, Gary Busey was not in those movies. But it's okay, shit happens. I do want to go back up here and see exactly what Paula said, though, in regards, because I kind of forget exactly what she was saying with that. Oh, she's saying Cary Elwes' character in Saw 1 deserved it. I mean, I guess so. I mean, if you're talking about in regards to him, like, kind of cheating on his wife, but he never did really cheat on his wife, but he was kind of abandoning his family by focusing too much on work. I will say that. But to say that he deserved, what he got, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that. But hey, everybody's entitled to their opinions, and I'm not one to crush them. So if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. All right, guys, we are going to wrap it up here in about 2 minutes and stuff. Any questions you have, rapid fire, get them in real quick, and I will answer them. And then I am going to shut down the stream because I do have to get ready for the podcast. And again, guys, if you haven't done so already, go to the podcast tab section here on the channel. Go to Horror Hooligans Podcast. Shoot the like button on episode 2 stream and join me and Destin in the next 40 to 45 minutes for episode 2 of Horror Hooligans Podcast. We are going to be talking about 6 ways the slasher genre of the horror genre, the slasher niche, I should say, of the horror genre has evolved since its mainstream popularity has risen over the years. It's going to be great. It's going to be a lot of fun. I cannot wait to talk about this with Destin. Interested to see what ideas he has as well. Yeah, absolutely, Oliver. Saying thank you, Marcus, for a good night. Yes, absolutely. No, thank you guys for a good night. Honestly, this was definitely so much fun and stuff. And I'm glad I got to extend the stream. But more importantly, I'm glad I get to offer you guys another Saturday watch party for another Saw movie. So I greatly appreciate you guys showing up and showing out, smashing that like button, hitting the super chat goal. You guys are amazing. But also for subscribing to our friend who just came in here to the community, the Jigsaw blog. You guys are awesome. Like, the support that you guys show is nothing short of amazing. And my heart goes out to you all, honestly. You guys I could not ask for a better community, honestly. You guys definitely do your best to show up and show out. And I am so grateful for that. DJ, wait a minute. When is the next watch live stream? Well, the next live stream in regards to like live streaming is in the next 45 minutes for the Horror Hooligans Podcast episode 2. The next watch party live stream is going to be Friday. For Friday the 13th. I'm going to be watching Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives. But there is a little caveat to that, and I will explain tomorrow on my Friday the 13th stream that I'm putting together which basically I'm going to be doing a discussion for the Crystal Lake series that we have being bestowed upon us here in the near future. I'll give you a hint. We may be doing a double feature on Friday. It's not going to be back to back because I do have Scream Talk with Destin on his channel. But we might be watching 2 Friday the 13th movies on Friday, if all goes well with tomorrow and the Friday the 13th stream that I'm putting together. But I am going to wrap it up here, you guys. This was definitely a lot of fun. You guys will see me in like the next 40 plus minutes anyway for Horror Hooligans episode 2, 6 ways slashers has evolved since its mainstream popularity blew up in the horror genre. So that is definitely going to be a lot of fun. A troll saying great stream. Thank you, a troll. Greatly appreciate it. That's a good question. I think Destin is waiting for her to come back from vacation, which is probably at the end of this week. So it might be Saturday or Sunday. You would have to ask Destin that. I don't know exactly when, but I'm pretty sure he's waiting till Shannon gets back because I'm sure he wants Shannon to come on the panel with us to watch that movie Death Count. Man, Oliver's saying, man, I don't know if anyone believes in ghosts, but I just saw one next to me. Well, man, Oliver, you got a ray gun? Because if you have a ray gun, use that son of a bitch. I don't know if it'll help, but just try it out, man. Oh, shit. But guys, you guys are awesome. I'm wrapping it up here on this stream. Thank you guys all for attending. Catch me in the next 40 plus minutes back here on the channel. Hit the podcast tab for Horror Hooligans episode 2, talking about the evolution of slashers and how slashers have evolved since it grew in mainstream popularity. This was definitely a fun time. I'm going to catch you guys again here very, very shortly. Thank you all for your support. See you guys in a few short minutes.